I'm able to chase my dreams. I was nervous. It's been a while, 8 years.
Well, Mabor Majak is one of the hardest working young men I've coached.
I look up to him. I realized what he was trying to do. He was trying to get me out of my nerves.
Elise and I call him our son, and he calls us mom and dad.
I'm around my coaches and my teammates a lot of times. They've sort of become family. Before I even came to America, I thought about all the things that I could achieve if I was given the chance to go to a school, to be able to play basketball.
A friend of ours, he connected us with Mabor's family, and he came over to stay with us the end of his 7th, 8th grade year in school, and then we became his guardians at that point.
I was nervous, but it was an excited nervous because I know I'm now in the U.S. I'm able to chase my dreams.
I was surprised he had lived away from home a little bit, so he didn't seem super homesick, but I think it was just he has an idea what America was versus then coming here and just experiencing it.
Everything was so new. I had never seen a house with so many TVs in my life. I mean, we only had one that the rest of the family, whoever wanted to watch a show, you'd wait for whoever was done to watch their show, and then you get on.
With his entire family, his support system, both in South Sudan but also in Indiana. The Fox family has done a tremendous job adopting him and growing him and raising him and pushing him toward his dreams and aspirations as well.
I talk to them at least every week. It's mostly my brothers. My mom, it's hard to get to her where she's at. Internet connection is not very good, so whoever I can find online that day, that's who I'll talk to.
When was the last time you got to see them in person?
It's been a while. It's 8 years. 8 years, so I haven't seen them in a while.
It took him a little while to adapt to just being a kid. He still has a lot of his mannerisms from South Sudan, but he's always been a really well-mannered kid, and I credit his real mother for how they raised him.
What's helped you sort of, I guess, get through that void in your life?
Basketball really.
What he has is a lot of kids don't have it. He's got a tremendous work ethic. He's always passionate about getting better and working to be better. We did a visit with Coach Gates, and he talked about those things that are important to him based on his past at Florida State. We knew right away it was going to be a good fit for him to be with Coach Gates.
One thing that stood out to me about Gates was he was the first coach to show up to practice and watch me.
Well, Mabor Majak is one of the hardest working young men I've coached.
I also like the things he said to me. He talked a lot about development. We didn't talk about anything else, development and what it takes to get to a high level. I saw the players and how they were, the culture that they had. I just wanted to be a part of that culture, just a family. When Coach first got the job here in Mizzou, I was in this state where I just didn't know what's next.
I knew when we signed Mabor Majak at Cleveland State, he was a high major talent, high major player. It was just a matter of making it happen. So along with Trey Gomillion, Demoy Hodge, Ben Sternberg, it was important to bring Mabor Majak on that quest to Mizzou from Cleveland State.
After the first call, he told me, he called me back, and when he said that, the next 2 days, I was around my phone. I had the volume turned up. When I got the second call, it said, "Come on, let's do it."
Gets the second one to rattle in. Tigers cut the lead to 2, 3.5 to play. 7 on the shot clock. Ziegler, right side of the lane, head and shoulder fake. Blocked by Majak, and then he gets fouled as he pulled down the rebound. So Mabor will have a chance to score for the first time this season as the 7'2" junior will shoot free throws.
I had gotten fouled. It was late game, and I was walking to shoot the free throws, and he was yelling at me. He said, Mabor, tie your laces. And I looked down at my shoes. My laces are tied, coach. What are you talking about? I look up to him. I realized what he was trying to do. He was trying to get me out of my nerves. I bent down over and I tied my laces, took my time, and I kind of calmed down. And when I went to the free throw line, I was able to knock down the shots that I needed to.
And his first points of the season come with 3:07 to play. Into Golston, left sideline, comes into the front court. Golston a heave just inside a half court. Bang! Bang! At the buzzer!
You never flinch from all the way down. But let me tell you about an unsung hero. Mabor!
You look at our road game at Tennessee, Mabor won that game single-handedly, being able to physically throw himself around, be there on the right spots defensively. His voice carries. He's able to communicate with his teammates and the morale of the team. I'm excited that I've been able to watch his career, watch him grow as an individual.
My biggest accolade for Coach Gates and his staff is they've really helped make him a man.
And then get his college degree here at the University of Missouri.
I want to get that degree. It means a lot. My people back in South Sudan want to see that. My people here want to see it.
He shares that moment and shares this moment with his entire family, his support system, both in South Sudan but also in Indiana. The Fox family has done a tremendous job adopting him and growing him and raising him.
Lisa and I call him our son, and he calls us mom and dad, so that's been really cool since really early on.
They've been with me through the rough times and the good times, and I love them. They've been a family to me.
He cares about us. I mean, he is part of our family, and we're able to extend our family to his family in South Sudan, which has kind of brought South Sudan to my kids and have them experience what the world is really like.
Basketball has brought me to a lot of people. I'm around my coaches and my teammates a lot of times. They've sort of become family.
I think everybody on his travel team from them are playing college basketball, and he stays connected, especially in the off season with workouts, that sort of thing.
He's going to be a very successful person, whether it be in the States or even back home, and giving back and getting opportunities no different than the opportunity that he received during his college time.
One of the things Coach Gates always says is, I don't want our relationship to end here. He says he wants to be at our wedding. So if that's possible, I want to see that someday.